Muhammad, he described Allah, he looked exactly like the Antichrist. And this is not my description. And this is a Sahih Hadith. So the Muslim cannot deny it. This is Muhammad talking, saying, I have been telling you about a Dajjal, that Dajjal is another form of Antichrist. Actually, it's a false translation to say Antichrist. A Dajjal simply is the Messiah, that Dajjal means the liar. So when the Muslim believe that there's a person, he will claim to be the Messiah, he will come in the end of the time. All right? This is not really the Antichrist. This is stupid, you know. Sometimes, like, I wonder, like the one who's translating, I'm like, why you put the word Antichrist there? So this is the false Messiah. And look what Muhammad is worried about. He's worried. He's saying that I'm afraid. I told you too much about the Dajjal. Okay, you told us too much. And so he told us too much, but yet he is worried how we will recognize him. I mean, look how silly. That I am afraid you might understand that the Antichrist is short, hinted, woolly-haired, one-eyed, and eye-sightless, and neither protruding nor deep-seated. And if you are confused about him, know that your Lord is not one-eyed. What is this guy is talking about? If this guy coming as a man anyway, he will claim to be the Messiah. So why we will be confused about how Allah look and how he look like? Do you see it? So the Muhammadan, they say to us how you worship a man, but their God obviously is a man. Otherwise, I challenge you to explain to me why Muhammad is afraid that people, they will think that the false Messiah who is coming as a man, because he claimed to be the Messiah anyway. Why he's afraid that he will look like Allah? And the only difference between them is one eye, which means Allah is short. Allah have a woolly hair. This is what it says. Deep-seated. And the only difference between Allah and this man is the eye. Do you see the madness? Does that make sense? Why Muhammad is afraid? I'm afraid. If you are confused about Allah, you should know that Allah is not one-eyed. So he's describing for us how this man looked like, so we can differentiate between him and Allah. Obviously, Allah must be a man. Correct? Exactly, too much hashish. Al-hashish wa ma adraka min al-hashish. For sure meant literal, because this is, you see, do you see the word short? I mean, come on. Do you see the word short? Do you see the word haunted? Hinted, sorry. I'm not sure if I'm saying it correctly. Excuse my English. Woolly-haired, one-eyed. So for sure, this is physical body description. You should know that Allah is not one-eyed. Right? You cannot say this is metaphorical. It's obvious. Well, I'm so glad that Allah is not one-eyed. Otherwise, I mean, he have two eyes. So if I play in the background of him, he will not know. Why Allah have two eyes? Any Muslim can tell us where is his eyes located? Hey, here we go. You don't like the Trinity. I want to know why Allah have two eyes and where are they located? What about Allah have two hands? Have you ever heard of a God? He have hands and both of them, they are in the right side. Why? He have a birth defect? Allah have two hands. Both of them, they are right. Why Allah need to have two hands? You tell me. Do you see it? So who in the world want to believe in this, and who in the world want to accept this? And yet they speak about what makes sense, what does not make sense. I say it doesn't make sense to be a Muhammadan for a second, not even for a second. Does it make sense that the God of Islam believed Alexander the Great was a Muslim prophet, and this guy, he was a bisexual? Does it make sense that the Prophet says that Shaitan, he sleep in your nose and piss in your ears? I mean, look who is talking about making sense. Are you serious? Does it make sense that if you don't have a certain prayer before you have intercourse with your wives, Shaitan will wrap himself around your private part and he will be doing your wife and you will have a baby from Shaitan? It makes sense. Which means Muhammad is son of Shaitan, because Muhammad himself, his father, is a pagan, and he did not say that prayer. I mean, look how silly this man is, Muhammad. There's a guy once, he used to come to chat room and he insulted the Christians. Each time he take the microphone, Christians, you are the sons of the devil, Shaitan. He do boom boom to your mother when he has, because he didn't say, you know. So he didn't say that the reason, but he says, Shaitan, you are a son of Shaitan. All right. So the admin in that room, he says to me, can you just, this guy, here we go, he just entered the room, he will come to the mic, he will say the same exactly every time. Can you take the mic and I speak to him? Anyway, I said, okay. So I said to him, are you sure from this hadith it's sahih? He said, sahih. I said, are you sure it's sahih? He said, it's sahih. I said, are you sure it's sahih? He said, it's sahih, man. What's wrong with you? I said, well, I have to ask you that 3 times like the Prophet. The Prophet, he say, assalamu alaikum 3 times. Everything he do in Islam 3 times. It makes sense. I mean, does it make sense that everything this man, he is anti-Trinity, but yet he do nothing without saying things 3 times? Even the ablution, you have to do it 3 times for every limb of your body. Makes sense. They are anti-Trinity, but they practice Trinity in everything in their life. So anyway, I said, are you sure 3 times? And he said to me, I'm sure. And then I said, okay, based on what you said to me, that's mean Muhammad himself is the son of the devil, because his father did not say that prayer when he did have boom boom with his mother. The guy, he took the mic and started crying. May Allah curse you. May Allah destroy you. May Allah cut you pieces. Like, what's happened to you? What happened to you? I'm just using your logic. And this is what I say. The second you use their logic, they are gone. So it makes sense that we are children of the devil because our fathers are not Muslims and did not say that prayer. But the second I say to him, well, that's mean Muhammad himself is the son of the devil. And this is showing us that Muhammad is stupid. Because if Muhammad is smart, shouldn't he remember that his father was not a Muslim? And his father is going to go to the hellfire? Muhammad, he confirmed that his father is in hellfire. Is that correct? Yes. Muhammad, he confirmed that my father and your father, they are in hellfire. So my friends, my brothers, and my dear sisters, hey brother and sister, there is a guy, his name is the Christian Prince, and he questioned the Muslims, and he always lie about Islam. Is it true that the Prophet father, he was not a Muslim? Yes, it's true. But the Prophet is exception. Is what? Exception. Do you see how they squeeze? How flexible their sense, or what makes sense to them? It's very flexible. Islam is like a balloon. Whatever you put inside, it takes. Just put it inside Islam. It's okay. It is the most stupid cult ever you can imagine. Today I posted a video of a guy, he is an American convert. He was speaking about how beautiful it is to have more than one wife. And I was saying to myself, how idiot you are. He was saying it's a gift from Allah to have polygamy in Islam. I mean, a gift from Allah to have four mother-in-law, you crazy man. One woman, she will give you all the drama in the world. Maybe, not all of them, maybe. But one woman enough to destroy you if she want. You want four women in your home? And what that will do? I mean, how four women they will live together? Did you see what happened to Muhammad? Muhammad, he asked for the rescue from Allah to help him against a fight with two wives. And look who is going to take the side of Muhammad to protect him from two women. They are 5 foot tall. I wonder if they are 6 foot tall, what will happen? Muhammad accused his wives because they are making revolution against him for he's sleeping around and being a bad person. And Muhammad, he threatened them. If you turn two of you into repentance to him, which means to Allah, okay, what happened? Your heart are indeed inclined. He accused them to be kuffar out of Islam. But if you back each other against him who? Muhammad. Truly Allah is his protector. Truly Allah is his protector? Okay, is that enough? No. There are two strong women. Allah is not enough. And Jibreel. Is that enough? No. I'm telling you, they are so strong, those women. They have long nails, man. Never fight with women, especially if they have long nails. Truly Allah is his protector. And Jibreel. Is that enough? No. And every righteous Muslim. If. Is that enough? Like 1.4 billion. Against those two women. Is that no, it's not enough. And furthermore, the angels will back him. All of this to fight two women. And you are advising us to have many wives? Obviously, your prophet, he could not control his household. And he is fabricating verses saying, Allah said that to me. Trying to scare those women. And not only that, he said to them, Allah told me that maybe I should divorce you and exchange you. Exchange? This God, he believe in exchanging women? With who? You return them to Best Buy or Home Depot? What kind of cult says we exchange women? Actually, yes, they do. They do. There is something in Islam is called isti'aratul furuj, which means borrowing a private part. You go to your neighbor, you say, can I borrow a private part from you? You have some slaves, he have some slaves, so you can exchange. And Allah is using the same term. Mubadala. Take your wife, I take my wife. Take my wife, and I take your wife. We will not just take any any calls unless he is a scholar, somebody in our level to speak to us. We don't want to speak to kids. We want really scholars. If you are a scholar, you can go and post in your Facebook. We will check your Facebook or Twitter to confirm that this is you, that you want to debate Christian Prince. I will be happy to call you immediately. Any Muhammadan? You see, first of all, a man, he is looking for many women. Obviously, he is not looking for love. Do we agree? He is looking for lust. He want to sit in the couch. He will have 4 women. He want to abuse them, use them, And then when they get older a little bit, he divorced them and he replaced them with a new, let us say, brand new, young girls. Actually, let me show you the ethic of Muhammad about this, as long as we are talking about this. A man, his name is Jabir. He got married from a widow. Muhammad, he said to him, he asked him, "Oh, did you, oh Jabir, you did marry?" He said, "Yeah, yeah." He said, "Did you marry a virgin or a woman she is not virgin?" The guy, he said, "Not virgin." Muhammad, he said to him, "Why? Why? Why, Jabir, why? Why you don't marry a young girl so you might play with her and she play with you?" Is that a religion? This is a sexual predator. His name is Muhammad, teaching his men to use women until they are losing their virginity and then throw them and marry children. Do you see it? Do you see it? How this can be from God? How this can be from, how this man, he can even speak to be anything to be, I mean, how in the world you can accept such an ethic? So I go to a married man who is happily married, and actually the story says, the long story says, that this guy, he is missing his wife. He was going to attack the neighbors with Muhammad to steal their money, and he was coming back with Muhammad, and he was in a rush to go home. So Muhammad, he asked him, "Why you are in a rush?" He said, "Oh, Prophet, I got married." So the Prophet, "Oh, you get married? Really? Did you marry a virgin or not a virgin?" The guy, he said, "Well, is not a virgin." He said, "Why you don't marry a kid?" And in the hadith, in the other hadith, the guy explained to Muhammad, he says, "Well, I have too many kids at home. My brother, he died, and he left for me a bunch of little girls, so I wanted to have someone to take care of them, not somebody in their ages." Do you see it? My brother Abdullah, he died, and he fell in murder in Uhud. The Muslim get busted there. He left 9 or 7 daughters. The guy did not even remember how many daughters he have from the daughter of his brothers who died. So I did not approve the idea of marrying a child. So I did decide to marry a woman, so she can take care of them. The man, this man, he have more ethic than Muhammad. Muhammad is a selfish man. I dislike to marry a girl like them. Do you see it? They are orphan. Those daughters are the daughters of his brother. I dislike to marry a girl like them, a girl. And then a Muhammad, and he says to you, Trinity does not make sense. My friend, Trinity makes sense all the way, because the Trinity is still about holiness. If Jesus was not holy, then he cannot fit. So what about you? Tell me how the Quran in chapter 19 verse 19 says Jesus is a sinless and he have holiness. How you can explain to me that Jesus now in heaven, while Muhammad and all the prophets are dead? How you can explain to me that Jesus have no father? That makes sense to you? The Trinity does not make sense, and this is in front of us makes sense. So my friend, whoever listening, Islam is the most silly, stupid cult. A good man should not tempt a man to leave his wife, which he like her, to marry a child. This is not a behavior of a good person. This is the behavior of the devil. What's your business? The guy is happy with his wife. What kind of a man, he said to him? We say to a married man, why? Why you don't marry a little girl so you can play with her? And what is the purpose of this marriage? To play with her. And this is telling us that Muhammad is mentally ill. Muhammad, he have obviously an abuse in his childhood, so he wanna be a child always. He liked to be with the children. Number one, it's very easy to control. Sit here, the child sit. Go to bedroom, the child go to bedroom. Sleep, the child sleep. Wake up. He likes children's for he is an abuser. And he have a mental issue. A sexual predator. Right? Somebody is a Muslim, his name is Jamal. He's saying, you believe Jesus do not have a father, and I am born without a mother. You are born without a mother, Jamal? Yeah, I think your mom, she found you in the shelf of the refrigerator and you were an egg. Sound like it, Jamal. This is how silly the comment. I mean, look at that. This is a Muhammadan trying to answer. And I don't have a father too. I don't have a mother. Yeah, obviously your dad, he did pay, you know, dump you from with his poop. Actually, yesterday we were reading the book of Ibn Kathir. It was talking about how Allah inspired Noah to hit the elephant in his anus with the stick, and then a pig came out to eat the poop because there was too much poop in the ship. And this is why the pigs are created. And then they found in the ship a mice. So Allah, he inspired Noah to hit the lion between his eyes, and then he sneezed and a wild cat came out from his mouth. Makes sense?